What's going on, guys? I'm Adam.
I'm Panda.
I'm Nick.
And this is
The place to be.
What's up, guys, and welcome back to The Place to Be. I'm Panda, Adam, and today we got Nick. He's an awesome photographer. He can make a 4 into a 10, and you know you girls are always trying to make yourselves look like a 10. Nick's here to help.
Without those Snapchat filters.
Exactly.
So, tell us about yourself. What do you do?
Well, I'm Nick. I do nightlife photography. Basically go to a lot of the bar scenes, nightclub scenes, and capture those moments, crowd scenes, people having fun, having a good time, and making sure that people remember those moments because, you know, they're not going to.
Sometimes you don't.
Sometimes you don't. And the cell phone can only go so far.
True.
Again, those Snapchat filters only go so far. So my job's to make it a little bit better for you guys.
That's awesome. So how did you get started in that?
It's weird, actually, how I got all started. So I needed something to do after I got out of the military, and one of the things that I used to do back in the day is I used to go to a lot of house parties and I would bring this little dinky digital camera, and I would actually capture those moments. And at the end of the summer, because that's when it was most poppin', I would make these like little DVDs, and I'd give them to like all my friends and shit like that. And can we swear?
Yes, you could.
Oh,
Feel free.
sweet. So I would
We love that shit.
Yeah. So what I would do is I'd make these DVDs and I'd give them to all my friends, and then that would be their remembrance from that entire summer.
That's awesome.
So thinking back to that, I thought, well, I'll get into photography. So I picked up a camera, I started taking random photos, and then I linked up with Preston, one of the owners of the Cabin.
Cabin, right? Shout out to Preston.
Shout out to Preston. You got me my start. Started doing photos for him, and I just said, hey, I do photography, like here and there. Is it cool if I take a couple shots? He said, yeah, I'm down. Took a couple photos, loved them, picked me up, and then it went from doing the Cabin to doing Salt to doing Whiskey Rose,
Very cool.
Americana, Cabin on a Mill a couple of times, and then it just blew up. And now I do this 6 nights a week, working
That's awesome,
for
man.
the entire industry, just capturing moments and videos and photos, and then, yeah.
That's very cool, man. Very cool.
Yeah.
You said you were in the military?
Yeah.
What branch?
Air Force.
Air Force?
7
Thank you for
years.
service.
7 years?
Service,
Thank you
man.
for your service.
You're welcome. Yeah, I used to load bombs and missiles for a living. So it's funny
That's
how working on multi-million-dollar aircraft, taking pictures.
Photo bombs.
Photo bombs. Oh! I love it.
Yeah. I love it. So, in the nightlife, you know, I'm sure you see a lot of crazy stuff. And, you know, I mean, if you would have to say the craziest, most ratchet experience that you've ever seen, what would it have to be? Without, you know, throwing anyone under the bus or naming names or anything like that. Just...
Oh, I never name names. They'll just remember from stories.
There we go.
There's one time I remember, it was at, I won't even say the place because I don't want it to
Right.
leak through the cracks. But I was running around. It was crazy, just tons and tons of people. And this one woman stopped me. She was probably like mid to late 40s. I mean, she was older. Seemed really out of place. So I'm taking photos, and I take group photos, and all of a sudden she tugs on my sweatshirt, and she's like, hey, get a picture of me. I'm like, okay. So I'm in frantic mode. I'm just taking pictures. I'm not paying attention.
Right.
So go ahead and take this picture. Again, this was before we had all the like fancy lights and everything like that. So take the picture. I said, yep, we're good, and moved on.
Yeah.
That night, I go upstairs to upload the photos. I'm like, wait a minute. So I go back. She literally
No way. Really?
is doing this. And there's a guy in the background, like real faint.
Oh my god.
Didn't even know this was fucking going on.
That's awesome.
But just straight face, like no smile, just like that. I'm sexy, but you're old as shit.
Right.
How did you not notice when you were taking the photo?
I don't pay attention half the time.
So I'm sure you have it saved on a memory card somewhere. I'm going to be expecting it.
I mean, as far as like, that's probably one of the ones that sticks to mind. But most of the time when working, like, I see some fucked up shit.
Yeah.
There was what was it? About a year ago, there was a guy like positioned in front of a girl, and it looked like he was comforting her. Not what he was doing.
They were
Finger banging.
Ooh, okay.
And then all of a sudden, like, you got me like this, like, what the f*** is going on? And then you have 2 security staff members trying to figure this out. And then when we all f***ing figured it out, here comes one of the owners and is like, oh yeah, get them out.
Yeah, no kidding.
We've seen people like straight up having sex in the club.
Was that like on the dance floor though?
Off in the distance. I think there was one time it was in the middle of the dance floor, but that was like...
I feel like dance floor would be easier because there's more people like crowding you around.
Probably, but yeah, I don't. There's a lot. Like, I know I'm older, and back when I was like in 21, 22, and I used to go to bars and clubs and stuff like that.
Right.
Like half the stuff that goes on, like I don't understand. Like, here's the one thing that bothers the most out of me, and it's not so much about my work, but it's what I see in the club. Right. So you're going to an establishment to hang out with your friends, drink, have a good time, listen to music, dance, whatever, and you got 90% of people doing this shit.
Exactly. That's very
so
true.
you're on the dance floor, and I'm taking photos of this, and everyone's like, you got a couple people that are like, yeah. Everyone else.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh, there's confetti falling?
Yeah.
Really? Okay. Hold on.
As a matter of fact, it fell on my phone.
Do one of these, and it's like, what the f*** is wrong with you people? Like, enjoy, have a good time. Like, enjoy the company. So, like, these millennials, they listen to the stupidest shit, in my opinion. Like, I don't understand half the f***ing crap that's played now. Like, I don't understand, like, when they play the classic stuff, like, you know, that we probably grew up on, like, that to me is fun.
Definitely.
This, like, what is it, that one f***ing song by Cardi B and that dude that just got put in f***ing jail, 6ix9ine or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh,
isn't that with, it's Fifi, isn't it?
Yeah,
cue the song.
She got that wet, got that drip, got that super soak. I hit that, she a Fifi, honey.
Look, I made $1 million. Sweet.
Exactly.
It's all about the beat now. It's never about the lyrics.
That's very true. Very true.
But this is the perks that I get in my job is
definitely
listening to the same track 5 times a night, 6 days a week. But new entertainment with new people.
Yeah.
Love it.
I mean, any time that you add alcohol into the mix, gets interesting.
Oh,
so,
very, very interesting.
Has there ever been a moment where maybe someone's a little too intoxicated and you're walking around and you already took a picture of them like 10, 11, 12, 15 times and they still keep asking, oh, another one, and they just basically hold you hostage.
Every night.
And they're like, oh, can I see it? I'm like, no, let's do another one. Let's do another one.
Perfect case, actually. Last night this happened. These 2 girls stopped me. They're like, hey, get a picture. And it was them like trying to do this like Charlie's Angels type thing.
Oh, God.
But it wasn't back to back. It was more like they're facing each other and they're doing this to each other.
Gang.
And then like the one girl who asked me to do it has like this weird face, so off to the side it's like the other girl doesn't want her photo taken, so it's this.
Oh god.
So and she's like, no, do it again.
Oh my gosh.
Do it again. And I think I did it like 7 times, like 7 different shoots.
No way.
And they all look the same. Just pick the best one. Which one? They all look the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that a lot. Then you'll get people that'll be like, oh, this person like just showed up to my group. Like, take our picture. I'm like, so it's just you and then like 10 different dudes. This is a little confusing.
Yeah.
How about we just do one group photo and call it good?
Exactly.
Stuff like that. Then there'll be people that are just like, oh, I don't like the lighting, I don't like the angles. Like, listen, this isn't a photo shoot. This is me capturing a moment, moving on.
Definitely.
Everyone gets their turn. This isn't, hey, I want a photo shoot. Let me pose like this and this and this and this.
Exactly. Yeah.
No, that's not how this works. I mean, granted, I love taking photos.
Right.
It's been my passion my entire life. But like moments like that when I have I literally only have a certain amount of time, especially on Saturday nights. So Saturday nights I work at all 3 locations on the west side. Okay. So I do cabin, whiskey, and salt. I literally have 45 minutes at each establishment. And I have to get 25 good photos in each establishment. So that's crowds, groups, people dancing, having a good time. Wow. So I have to be focused. When I have people that are like, I don't like it, take it again, take it again, take it again. Yeah. No, I don't have time.
That's taken away from
like, I don't want to be rude about it.
Yeah.
But like, I wish people would just understand that I have a certain time frame to work with.
Of course.
I love meeting people. I love conversating. I love talking and just having good conversations. But
Right.
when I'm on a time crunch, I stress myself out because I want to get this done. I want to get it perfect so that everybody's happy. The people I take pictures of, the company that hires me, and that I'm happy.
Definitely.
And then we all have a good time and it's fun. Telling me to do the same shot 10 times
Doesn't make you happy.
doesn't make me happy. It's like, okay, well now this is like a photo shoot and now I need to get paid for a photo shoot.
Right.
If you're gonna pay me, sure.
Bring your debit card,
But
square, swipe. Exactly.
yeah, like here, I'm charging you right now.
Yeah.
Sweet, I made $100 tip. Yeah, so granted, love the job because I love to mingle, all that. But yeah, I do have a time crunch and I love to just get as much as I can done because if I get it done quickly, yeah, I can conversate, I can have a good time,
Exactly.
I can have a drink with you guys. But
And then we can retake that picture.
yes, then we can retake it.
So, you told us about yourself right now.
A lot.
A lot. And so now Panda and I both went through your social media accounts.
Oh,
I found some
Jesus.
pictures. Panda, you want to go ahead and take over? Tell them about what this is?
Yeah, first one. Do you have it on your laptop?
I sure do.
First one's gonna be, what the hell is going on here?
Oh, Jesus Christ, that was so long ago.
Talk to us, buddy. Talk to us. Actually, I'll blow it up for you. I'll blow it up for you. There we
Oh,
go.
dear God. So that was way back when I lived in New York.
Oh, okay.
Before I got stationed out here in Arizona. And we had a little get-together at the house.
Looks like it.
And we were playing King's Cup.
Classic.
And I was
And that's your crown.
like, you know what? I feel like being a king. And that was the first thing I found
Oh, that's
and put
great.
it on my head. And I was like, the king.
That is awesome. So
God, that's so old.
that's a great one.
Oh.
Second picture that we have, we know that you're a photographer. We know that you like to go out to clubs and this and that.
Yep.
One thing we didn't know is that you were a supermodel.
Yeah,
So
man.
what is going on here?
Oh my God. So,
I think I remember seeing this on the cover of Maxim a few years back. I wasn't sure if that was you or not.
with the giant smiley face
Yeah,
standing
man.
on top of me. And
Absolutely.
it's seniors 2000 and...
Is that what it was? Is that what it's supposed
No,
to be?
it's
Okay.
not actually. So, what does it say? Live fast, die... That's cut off, whatever.
Live fast, die free?
Die free, maybe?
I don't know.
Well, whatever. No, that was actually when I returned from basic and I went back home. This is off of Lake Erie in
Okay.
Buffalo. We all went to the beach and randomly, like, I was just laying in the sand and someone's like, pose! And that was my pose.
GQ model.
My GQ model with my cheesy ass watch from frickin' Walmart. A shell necklace.
Is that a shell necklace?
It's a shell necklace.
Is that correct?
Yes. And my dog tags, nonetheless.
my
What the
gosh.
hell was I thinking?
that's funny,
That would have
man.
been, oh shit, that's like 13 years ago.
All right, I feel so much better. I'm glad that we got those out of the way, and I'm glad that we got an explanation for those.
So real quick, as a photographer, I love taking photos. I hate getting photos taken of me. Prime example. This is why you'll never see me do selfies or any of that crazy shit. Because yeah, I don't like the embarrassing moments that I capture for you fine people. So this is case in point. Now I see what you guys are going through. I feel bad. Shit, I might have to give up my job.
I love it. So like, how would you feel if, you're going to take a picture of like a girl and her friends or group of this and that, and you actually they strike one of those poses like how you did in the sand? What would you do? Would you say like, hey, get up, or we're not doing this right now?
I don't know.
Or better yet, what's the craziest pose that anyone struck right before you're about to hit?
What made you go, what?
Yeah, like, are we really doing this right now?
Ooh. As in like nightlife?
Or
just
yeah,
anything?
nightlife.
Nightlife?
Yeah, nightlife, just in the club, someone's really hammered and they strike a pose.
There was someone trying to mimic the Michael Jackson pose.
Okay.
The toes up?
The toes up,
Yeah.
hand,
Yeah.
and I caught the before, the during, and then the after, which was
Oh gosh.
them falling, and they fell on top of a girl, which then led to an argument, which
Oh,
then
God.
led to him getting slapped in the face, which then left to my entertainment, and I felt really, really bad. But then they were all cool and stuff. But yeah, that's probably like for poses. I mean, you get the girls with the
I hate that.
the duck face. There's the rocker.
Yeah. Hang loose, brah.
There's the
Yeah.
piece. There's the bunny ears.
Yeah.
There's, I mean, the typical poses, and
Exactly.
then I've had like girls will be at like a table and they're like, "Take our picture," okay. No,
We're sweet
don't.
and innocent.
Yeah, no. And then they'll sweetness, and then 2 seconds later they're grinding on each other, and it's like,
Exactly.
well, that went ratchet real quick.
In other words, practice your poses before you go out.
Especially if you see me.
Yeah, exactly.
'Cause I'll capture those moments, and everyone will be remembering that
He's
forever.
like the Simon Cowell of photography. You look terrible, babe. Terrible. Again. Terrible. Absolutely bloody hell. What is this?
Listen, I don't know what you're thinking, but this is absolute rubbish.
Exactly.
Rubbish.
And now it is game time. And the name of the game is How Would Nick Depict the Pic? Basically what this game is, we're going to be showing Nick some pictures, and they are fails. And we're basically going to ask him what he would do differently or what he thinks the image is. Bear with us. So the first image that we have is going to be of this. What do you think is going on here? Can you catch anything?
What?
Looks like a Coca-Cola commercial.
Is it sad? That's the first thing I noticed. Is what? Well, there's a lot going on here. We have looks like a family again. Their picture taken on a rift or on a rock formation.
There actually is a lot going on here.
Yeah, they're getting their photo taken. This guy looks like he's getting his photo taken. Cheech over here, relaxing by what looks like 100 McDonald's cheeseburgers.
Honestly.
Yeah, bad posturing because what?
It looks like you just who stands like that just naturally.
I think he's leaning on the table.
He's leaning on the table,
Yeah.
but what grown man leans just like that, nonchalantly?
Hips thrusting.
What's something that you would do differently? Would you tell him to move as you're trying to take his picture, or would you just totally do it from a
I
different
would
angle?
crop all that out.
Crop all that
That's
out?
all. Just
Gotcha. Sweet. So, next picture that we have here is what's going on here?
oh dear God. This is one of those things that like product placement and shit, like people don't bother to think. And oh God, this is a perfect example. When the little girl is the same like practical color tone as the dog, and you have a dog howling like that.
Exactly.
Yes, they're holding hands. I get it, but
Placement and everything.
placement and oh God,
They could at least put their hands on their shoulders or something like this.
and
along those lines.
it looks like it's a dare because they're not looking at each other. They're looking in opposite directions
Right.
as the dog's going. Woo.
And
So it's just like this was a dare.
I will bet money.
This is a dare.
I will bet money on it that this is hanging out in a classroom somewhere.
Oh, it definitely is either that or a daycare or yeah. And I bet you not one single teacher even questioned, does that look wrong to you? Does it?
What would you do differently? Would you tell them to start?
Burn it.
Face each-
Burn it.
I love it.
Burn it.
Okay, next picture we have here is. What do you think of this one? What do we think is going on here?
Okay. Is it sad that I already know what's going on in this picture?
No, that
No.
just might mean
What
you're
is
a
it?
great photographer.
So, trying to look like she has a massive chest, those are her knees.
They most definitely are. Yes.
God, I'm good at my
Very
job.
cool. Very cool. All right,
Don't try to fake with me, ladies. I know what's going on.
He sees through
That
the
was
bull-
like a small person.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
I can see that. I mean,
because she has no neck.
if she would have moved her hand, you definitely wouldn't be able to.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
can't
mean,
blame
I
her.
give her props for trying.
Yeah, true.
Definitely props. But, yeah, no.
What do we have going on here?
Oh, I'm afraid. Oh. Are we in the Philippines?
Oh my God. Welcome to Thailand. You have arrived at your destination. Bangkok.
I don't want to play 50-50.
Okay.
I have no guess for this one.
Get your mind out of the gutter, my friend. It's baby feet.
Ooh. Wow.
Yes.
I'm going to hell.
Baby feet.
Wow. That.
Who knew something so innocent could not be so innocent?
Oh boy.
That's bad.
This guy's got a dirty mind.
So, I mean, what's something you would do before you take the picture? Would you take the blanket and cover the feet? Retake the picture again.
Yeah, I cover the feet for sure.
That's got to be edited. Look at the color. Look at the color between the baby's head and the feet.
Well, his feet are probably cold. He needs some baby socks.
What about his head? Is head not cold?
Most of the blood's rushing to the head. Sure.
So if it was rushing the head, his head would
It'd be red. Yeah, I have no idea. I don't know what I'm saying. All right, next picture. What we got here is.
Oh my.
Definitely.
So this is what we call perfect timing.
Yeah.
I've had plenty of perfect timing photos. Yeah.
This is
Definitely a soccer game.
perfect timing and perfect position.
Well, I think it
For
was
the
the game
photographer
where
to be
did
at.
prostate awareness.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. He does have gloves on. That must be the goalie. Are you ready for your exam? Are you ready for your? Oh my gosh. Okay, that's bad.
That's really bad.
God, I love soccer. Okay. Next we have this one.
Oh no! What the hell? Same thing.
Those are some short shorts, man.
They are. Maybe they're in one of those European countries, where they love the speedos and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Again, perfect timing,
Very
perfect,
perfect.
Positioning, and then just wow, that's a 1 in a million shot.
That really is.
You couldn't replicate that any better.
I agree. Okay. I think that's all we have. I'm gonna do one more. What do you think's going on here?
I mean, if the can of beer and bottle of beer wasn't there, almost a cover for a horror movie, like The Night Stalker.
Right.
Almost looks like maybe they'd be cutting a cake.
He's helping me cut the cake. Actually, what it is, you're very close. There's alcohol. They're not cutting cake. They're actually playing beer pong. So it is also a team effort, but it is beer
Yeah,
pong.
it's definitely a team effort. It's like 2 images in one.
You know what I mean? Exactly. It's all
Like,
about layering.
You have beer pong, and then you have what looks like a rapey scene.
Exactly.
So, yeah, like innocence, naughty.
Exactly.
So this is what I'm getting at. So they're having fun, right? Drinking, having a good time. Mentally, though, that is their thought process.
Right.
Probably after
You
playing
are
beer pong.
seeing a glimpse into their minds
Right.
via the sun and shadows. That's
love
what
it.
it is.
I love it.
That's not a fakery. That's true life.
Awesome. Well, now we know how Nick would depict the pic. So, all right, Nick. Any shout outs you want to give to anyone?
I want to give out a shout out to all my fans or people that actually support me and actually push me to do better and kind of keep the job interesting. Shout outs to all the businesses that I work for, The Cabin, Whiskey Rose, and Salt, for having me as long as they've had. It's going on 3 years with Salt, 5 years with Cabin, about 3 to 4 years at Whiskey Rose. Without them, I wouldn't be where I'm at. Meeting people, taking photos, and getting connections, and actually enjoying life. Like
That's what it's all about.
life is fun now.
Most
So photography, especially nightlife, isn't a job anymore. It's actually like I'm excited to do it. It's
That's
not
awesome.
work.
Good.
I actually have
Good.
fun. So time goes by, I meet new people, make new friends, and have all these connections and networking, and they help me out. I help them out.
Exactly. One hand washes the other. That's for
Exactly.
sure. That's what it's all about. On that note, where can people find you? Social media, Instagram?
They
all that
can
good
find
stuff?
me on Facebook, on Nicholas Bohr, or if you want to go to my business page, which I really don't update that much, but that will be fixed. Lucrative Imagery. Also on Instagram, Lucrative Imagery and Nicholas_Bohr.
Perfect.
Those are my two main social media sites. I soon will be uploading a YouTube channel.
Awesome.
Nice.
Kind of explaining how I do things and like the adventures of Nick in the nightlife scene.
That's awesome.
And then showcasing a lot of my video productions, for nightlife, for music videos, like other projects that I do other than just nightlife.
Very cool,
So
man.
kind of expanding the
You're going to have someone follow you while you're taking photos.
Yeah, no kidding.
paparazzi.
Papa.
Oh, no.
All right, Panda. Any last words that you want to throw in there?
Thanks for watching us, guys. Always remember you got to subscribe. That means so much
Do
to
it.
us.
Hit that like button.
Absolutely. Hit that
Subscribe,
like.
like, and share.
And for shits and giggles, just hit that little bell. It's a notification. You'll see our shit.
Awesome. Thanks for watching, guys.